Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I will be proving this statement right here, which is that a scalar r times a vector x plus a scalar s times the same vector x is equal to the sum of those two scalars multiplied by the vector x. Now, starting off, we are going to need a few statements, which is that for a single variable value x, this statement is true, which is proven. This is just grouping property. This is always true for single variable inputs. We've known this since first grade, second grade. Now, the second statement that I'm going to be writing is that a scalar, which we are going to denote with r, times a vector, which I will denote by v, which could be rewritten as v1, comma, v2, comma, dot, 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 comma, v sub n, is equal to the scalar r times v1, comma, the scalar r times v2, comma, dot, dot, dot. So every one of these terms in an nth dimensional space. So in this case, it would be the vector v is within n real numbers. So these are the two statements we will be working with. Now, starting off, we are going to write our right-hand side. And then underneath this, we will be looking at our left-hand side. So starting off on our right-hand side, we will write what we have written down so far, which is that r times the vector x plus s times the vector x is just the right side right there, where x is within n dimensions, and they're both the same vector x. Now our left-hand side, we have r plus s times this vector x. So getting started, we are going to rewrite our vector x as this list of numbers. For both values right here. Now we are going to use this rule, which says that when multiplying a single scalar by a vector, it is the same as multiplying every part of this vector by the scalar. So we get rx1, comma, rx2, comma, dot, 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 comma, rxn, plus sx1, comma, sx2, comma, dot, 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 comma, sxn. Now, we are going to be using the fact that the addition of two vectors is equal to adding each of the terms that are the same dimension as another. So we are going to be adding the x1s, the x2s, and the x3s all separately, and then putting them in another column, which has the same number of variables. So when we do that, we get r plus s. Oh, I skipped a step. R times vector x plus s times vector x. 1, 1, not vectors. Comma, r times x2 plus s times x2, comma, dot, 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 comma, rxn plus sxn. Now, looking at this, we can see that each one of these x terms inside the vector is a single variable input. So this rule right here does work. So we can rewrite this and say that each one of these terms is equal to r plus s times that term, comma, r plus s times x2, comma, dot, 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 comma, r plus s times xn. And this is what we end up with on our right-hand side. Now, we are going to begin working on the left-hand side. And to get started, I will expand our vector x into, also in this case scenario, x is also within this nth dimensional. So we have r times x1 comma x2 comma dot 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 comma xn. Now, this r plus x is a scalar. So the same rule that applies right here, where it's r times this vector v, works, and we can just group each one of these terms in because this is its own scalar. So we get that this goes to r plus s times x1 comma r plus s times x2 comma dot 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 comma r plus s times xn. Now, looking at these two statements, what do you look at that? They're the same. So now we are going to be using the property which states that if A equals B and B equals C, then A must equal C. So we have that r times x, rewrite this a little bit smaller, r times our vector x plus s times our vector x is equal to this right here, which we proved in our steps, which is also equal to our left-hand side right here. Now, because of this, we can say that r times vector x plus s times vector x is equal to r plus s times vector x. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you found this interesting and if you learned something. And thanks for watching.